Hello traders, Gary Wagner here just after 11 o'clock in Honolulu, 5 o'clock in New York. It is Tuesday, 9th day of October 2018, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. Gold futures are trading marginally higher today, and after yesterday's dramatic drop, it seems as though gold has found some footing, some level of support as it trades $4.50 higher, with December futures currently fixed at $11.93. Now, that is a net gain of about 0.4%. Silver fared a little bit better, gaining almost 0.6%, gaining 8 cents on the day and currently fixed at $14.41. Platinum gained 1.2%, at $8.28. And the only precious metal bucking that upward trend, oddly enough today, was palladium, which lost $4.70 on the day and is trading at $1,064. Now, that was all done with a fractionally lower U.S. dollar. The dollar actually trading up near the recent highs above 95 and then closed at 95.36 after losing about 8 points on the day. In terms of U.S. equities today, minor losses in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, down 56 points at 26,430. The composite index did buck that trend, trading fractionally higher. I'll actually put this in the unchanged column at 77.39, and the S&P's losing a little bit over 0.1%, 4 points at 28.80. Interesting activity in the precious metals markets, with gold trading up about $4.50 today, currently at $11.9310. This after a dramatic fall from grace occurred yesterday, in which we saw gold, which was trading roughly at $12.06, break hard, actually closing well below $1,200, closing at approximately $1,186. That low held today, and in fact we saw these modest gains, and these modest gains occurred in light of and with a falling U.S. dollar. The dollar index itself actually lost about 7 points. It is above 95, but at 95.36, and that's after trading to a level in which it took it above the most recent highs in the markets earlier in trading and then selling lower. We saw the same thing happen yesterday, although it closed a little bit higher on the day. It did close well off of the highs of the day. And that's telling me that we could be witnessing a little bit of resistance coming into the U.S. dollar. And what interests me about that, and the fact that we are seeing gold tracking up a little bit today, is what happened yesterday, and that was really a breakdown in the talks between the United States and China regarding the current trade dispute. It has now become really a war of words, and it seems as though we are much closer to a trade war than we were, let's say, 1 month ago. And that beckons the following question. And that question is whether or not we're getting a paradigm shift in terms of how the dollar and safe haven assets like gold are reacting to the potential heightening of tensions between the U.S. and China, and an inevitable trade war that will be the outcome of these types of talks, the kind of rhetoric that we're hearing coming from both sides of the fence. If in fact we are witnessing some sort of a paradigm shift, we would see gold track higher. If in fact the trade dispute morphs into a trade war, we would see the dollar fall under pressure. Because up until now, the thought process behind the trade dispute has been that the United States will not be affected as adversely as China. And that's certainly been true. We've seen the Chinese market come under dramatic pressure. We've also seen their currency trade dramatically lower. Question is whether or not that paradigm will shift, because there are many out there, including myself, that believe that a trade war would heighten the awareness and price of safe haven assets such as gold and actually weaken the U.S. dollar. We'll have to see if this is simply a one-day wonder, today's move up, or if it's a sign of a slow shift in terms of how the investors and traders view the current trade dispute, and more importantly, whether or not that trade dispute morphs into an all out trade war. For that reason, we are going to remain flat in terms of our current stance and look to position ourselves from the long side in gold if we see a continuation of today's upward move. As marginal as it was, it's coming in light of rising interest rates, better bond yields, and we are seeing the dollar beginning to weaken. And traders, interesting action in palladium today, kind of bucking recent action. And although palladium made a higher high than we have seen throughout the last trading week, it did close fractionally lower, losing about $4.70 today, trading at $1,064. I believe that if gold continues to move higher, we will see palladium continue to move higher. I also believe that they will get closer and closer to parity, and I believe that there still is a high probability that we will see the price of palladium take out the price of gold. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you as always good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.